Hello, beautiful people. How you all doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are watching from. Guys, this morning I decided to have my breakfast in my nearby cafe, and I ordered for egg and bacon cup and flat white. So this is my breakfast, guys. So guys, there's this couple who wanted to travel out, and the man decided to say, okay, let my wife go first, and when she gets settled, and I will come and join her. But things didn't really work out the way they wanted. The woman traveled and 3 years passed, and the woman was not able to bring the husband. I mean, the woman traveled 3 years ago with the intention that the husband will join her later. But before you knew it, 3, 4, 5 years rolled by, and the man was not able to join the wife. Now, the woman had a friend. The man, who was still back home, had a friend. At this point, that marriage is crashing because for almost 5 years, the woman has been living a separate life, and like you know, men always say, body no be wood. So this man had a girlfriend that was keeping him company, and the woman had a man that was keeping her company. At this point I'm talking to you now, the marriage is at the point of crashing. This is why I always say it is not advisable for you or the man to travel alone. Because when you travel alone, most of the time you think that, oh, it's not as easy as you think. You might say, oh, let me just go. Maybe in less than a year, my wife will join me. My husband will join me. But things are not always the way we think. Before you know it, 1, 2, 3, 4 years will roll by, and your husband or your wife will not be able to come to be with you. And what happens? The man starts flirting. The woman starts flirting. This is why you have to organize yourself. Think about what you are going into. You know, it's not always advisable for couples to separate. Oh, I need to travel. I'm so desperate. Let me go first. At the end of the day, you end up destroying the marriage you have built for so many years. Because look at what happened to these couples. The woman traveled first, thinking that after 1 year, my husband will join me. But things didn't work out that way. This woman was in the country she traveled to 3, 4 years. She couldn't bring the husband. Because the husband couldn't join the wife, and you know how it is, this man started having a relationship with another woman. And the woman, 3, 4 years, she started having a relationship. What have they done? They have destroyed their marriage. Now, as I'm talking to you, so the man is getting married to the new woman. And now the woman, she's frustrated. That is why it's good for couples to plan. Because sometimes when you take decision so fast, you might end up destroying your marriage. Now, they were trying to get a better life. But at the end of it, the man has gotten married to somebody else because he couldn't join the wife after 3, 4 years. The woman living alone also needs a man. And this is how they destroyed their marriage. But the good thing about the marriage was that they didn't have children. They didn't have children, so they were able to go their separate ways. Now my question is, do you have any advice for these people? What do you think they should have done better? Couples, please be wise. A lot of things are happening these days. It is really, really not a good decision for a man to travel abroad, or the woman to travel abroad and say, oh, I'll meet her later. No. If you really love your wife, make sure both of you go together to avoid story that touches the heart.